right, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us. Our last guest today is coming to us via telephone.
Yeah, live via telephone.
She is live.
Yeah, it's kind of like that live via satellite stuff.
And you know, we know her first name is Gloria, and I didn't ask her how to pronounce her last name, but I'm going to say Gushu.
You've got it right.
All right,
good.
for the first time this week. Gloria, how are you? How are you doing, Gloria?
Not many people get it the first time around, so you did very well.
Well, good, thank you. I get the most simple names wrong and the more complicated ones right.
Well, I want to tell you about our Riverfest that's coming up this next weekend. It's not this weekend, but the weekend of April the 29th and the 30th.
Okay.
We're starting our events out on Friday night with a kickoff with a concert starting at 6 o'clock with the Vic Stanley Band, and we'll have vendors also out that night.
Okay.
We then come back on Saturday morning with a 5K race, which will start at the Rand Park, and is sponsored by the Community Medical Center. We're also having a Community Medical Center Iser County Fair. We're having basketball and horseshoe tournaments. We have a brand new event this year that we're going to introduce the restaurants in Calico Rock with a taste of Calico. We have games and food. We also have old-fashioned horse and buggy ride, which is a wonderful thing to do this year. The Classic Car Show, which is sponsored by the White River Auto Club. The National Guard is coming in this year, and it's doing for us as it always has. And it's bringing go-karts for the kids this year.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And we're going to end the event with a truck pull at the Chip Wiseman Rodeo Arena, and that's sponsored by the Lions Club and the Volunteer Fire Department in Calico Rock. It's a great, fun day. It's no charge for the event.
All free.
We hope that everybody will come out and just really help sponsor a great event.
Now, Gloria, are you reading all this off a piece of paper?
No, I'm not. I just have been doing this so much that I know it by heart.
I believe you.
You
I believe
missed one, Gloria, because it says including ATV races.
It's not an ATV race, but it's a truck pull.
Truck pull?
It's a lawnmower race that they're doing out of the Wiseman Rodeo Arena.
Oh, that ought to be a hoot. Lawnmower races.
Now,
it should be fun. The lawnmower race will start about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Do you have to cut grass while you're doing this, or is it on a track?
You better believe it. That's part of the deal. No, honestly and truly, it's just a fun event for everybody. This truck pull is a new event for us. This is the first time that we're doing it with the Riverfest. We are doing 2 of them a year here in Calico Rock. They've become a very popular thing, and a lot of people come to them. So we're going to try it out with this festival and see how it goes.
Now, Gloria, I've heard that Calico Rock is a live ghost town.
We actually, what it is Calico Rock has an old part of town, which was, in the 1920s, the original part of town. It has become a lot of absentee owners and a lot of land that has just kind of sat there. And we decided as a group that we thought that we should let people know the history of that part of town. And we are recognized in the United States as the only ghost town within a town. Most ghost towns that you see are outside of towns in dilapidated areas, but this is not. And what we've done is we've provided signs in front of the different buildings telling you what went on during that time period, who owned it, and stories. And some of them also have photographs on them.
That's neat. Now, can people do this during the festival?
Yes, they can. We also are, and we're in the process of planning it, and I cannot give you times on it, but we're also going to have a historical tour, and we have a trolley that we take people through, and we're going to take them around to our museum, which is another wonderful thing that we've just opened up, and as well as the Artisan Cooperative, and they're going to take them to the Trumbull House, so they'll be able to ride this trolley and take this tour. So it's going to be a fun day for everybody.
That's cool. Calico Rock is not a very large town, but you guys really do an exceptional job at marketing yourself.
Well, we try. That's my main job these days. I want to let everybody know where Calico Rock is.
You know, it's not uncommon for us to have a representative from Calico Rock at least 7-8 times a year on this show.
Something going on.
So it's good, and our viewers do reach us from down in there. So we appreciate you being a part of the show today. Is there anything else you want to add before we go today?
Well, we just ask you to remember that we have so many different things coming up, and that we just kind of keep an eye. We've got 2 websites. We've got the Calico Rock US, and we also have the CalicoRocket.org, and both of those will give you information as to what's going on in Calico Rock. And if you just wanted to call and talk to somebody, I'm always available at 297-4129.
All right. And the dates are these? Is this all day on Saturday and or Friday's the 29th, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So it's Friday and Saturday event.
Yeah, most of it's on Saturday. Friday night we try to do a kickoff, and the kickoff this year is going to be the concert. Now we do have vendors that will be there. In other words, if you wanted to eat something, and as well, you could do that. And also, I did forget to tell you. See, I didn't write it down. I would have been able to tell you. We do have music all day on Saturday also.
Okay.
But if someone wanted to come down before or after the festival, they can do the ghost tour.
You can do the Ghost Town tour at any point in time.
Okay.
If you came by our brand new visitor center, you can come in here, pick up a map, and it's a self-guided tour. But you can do that at any time. You just remember that the properties themselves are not to be gone on to, but you can take the tour. It's just a walking tour.
Okay. Hey, Gloria, thanks so much for calling us today.
Thank you very much for having me, and hope you come down and see us.
We'll encourage our viewers
Riverfest
too.
at Calco Rock.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gloria.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We want to thank all the guests who have been on the show today. We're just about out of time.
We want a slew of guests here.
We do have, and I want to go to my cheat sheet. We had Marianne Sherman from the North Central Arkansas Humane Society with the Pet of the Week.
And we had Eric Setzer and Deborah Cheney.
Cheney,
was her name?
that's right, yes.
They were raising money for the Lou Gehrig Z, the ALS.
Yes.
And that's the
Ballin'
paintball,
in a
which
holler.
is May 7th. So no teams this year, so get out for the paintball on May 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had Amy Ledbetter Clark and Chris Wyke. They were here with River Lodge or something. River Lodge Assisted Living, which is the new assisted living thing in town. And then finally Gloria with the Riverfest.
Gushu, yeah.
Gushu. The Riverfest sounds cool.
Yeah, it does.
Every town in Arkansas needs a fest of some sort.
Yeah.
And so Riverfest sounds like, like your turkey trot and your crawdad days and your typical.
Well, Little Rock has a Riverfest, don't they?
It's a huge thing.
Huge event,
over Memorial Day weekend. I saw what's his name, James Brown one year in concert.
James Brown.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Free concert downtown,
I like
and then
James
lots of fireworks. So I've done that. I had my first and only fried Twinkie at Riverfest too.
And the Red, White, and Blue Festival's coming up here.
That'll be huge. It'll be here before we know it.
Week before July 4th, it will be here.
It'll be here before we know it.
And
There's
then
all kinds
Crawdad
of
Days
stuff.
is going to be in the middle of the month over in Harrison.
So that's big.
20th and 21st. We've got, I think we've got the band Aranda and
I don't know Aranda.
Voices of Glory. Do you remember that they were the top 5 on America's Got Talent?
No, I've never seen America's Got Talent.
Well, they were voted number 5.
I went down and watched the Kentucky Headhunters last year.
And
though.
the Kentucky Headliners are headlining this year.
Oh, they're back.
They are back.
Well, there was a big crowd down there last year.
Yeah, it was.
And
Huge crowd.
I had crawdads too.
And it was a miserable event afterwards because it had rained that morning.
Oh yeah,
and
it was muddy.
The muddy ground, and they had to put hay, and it just churned it up. And
did you have to go clean that up or something?
No, I didn't.
You didn't have to do that? Okay. But anyway, yeah, I'll get back. The day before Crawdad Days is when I get back from Europe, so I don't think I'm going to crawdad it this year.
You're not going to crawdad.
I'm not going to do the 5K that way.
You need to go home, take your contacts out.
Everybody's looking like I look like death. I mean, it's Dr. Langevin, who has been so sweet to me and said, Sandy, you're a little non-compliant. He's got the best bedside manner. I guess you can say that for an eye doctor. He always laughs and jokes with me and stuff, but I'm going to have to do what he told me to, because now I've admitted on TV that I wasn't taking my contact out at night like I should, because I can't see, Dr. Langevin, and he keeps saying, you got to take that thing out, Sandy. Because when I do what I tell him to do, it feels really good, and then I quit doing what he tells me to do, and it starts hurting again. So I'll listen to
You're
Dr.
a terrible
Langevin.
patient.
I'm a terrible patient. He's a wonderful doctor, and sweet, good personality, that kind of thing.
On that note, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again next time.
I'll be better next week. Bye.